Hi, this is Prabhu Randhawa at Prism Insurance Agency, and welcome to our quick intro to our tech platform that incorporates human resources from payroll to benefit enrollment to employee tracking and payroll. It's offered on a complimentary basis to our group health clients and those that transfer their benefits over to us. It's a 1 or 2 page document that ownership signs, and it allows us to take over their benefits. So let's see what this system can do for you and your company and see if it's something you'd like to implement. A little background on the company so you know exactly what it is and who it is. We'd be partnering with eCentral, which created the benefits admin platform, the technology solution essentially. And they created it with 3 main goals in mind: to save time, reduce errors, and provide one system for benefits in HR. What it does for the company is it cuts down on enrollment time. It's very easy to set up. It dramatically increases employee engagement, helps your company gain visibility with new hires, and it's a secure document collection and compliance piece. It's a trusted technology solution. They've got almost 5 million enrollments and well over 30,000 businesses that use, trust, and love the platform already. And the reason why, top reason, is the online enrollment and benefits administration platform, which essentially modernizes your benefits offering. And it does this by allowing your employees to enroll in the simplest, easiest way possible. They don't have any paper forms, and this reduces errors because it uses a rules-based system that allows your employees to fill out bits and pieces of the form on their phone or on a laptop or a desktop or a tablet and complete the forms at their own pace. But it does give them reminders to do it within the system, so you don't have an extra employee taking time off, trying to chase down someone to get a form filled out or get a partial form corrected. This also reduces errors because it uses a rules-based system. And what that means is it doesn't allow them to fill in erroneous information without correcting it. And by forcing them to put in the correct information, it will actually go through and clean up applications. This will clean up administration procedures and issues that you might have, and you'll see a lot more within the system as we go through. It allows your employees to compare the cost for a benefits plan per paid period. So what that means is if they're looking at, let's say, 3 different plans and they get paid twice a month, they can see what each of those plans would cost them every 2 weeks or every week or once a month, depending on how often they are paid. This allows them to access real-time updates on open enrollment progress for the employer as well as the employee. You can see what employee has filled out what plan they've selected, and of course the employee can e-sign any document that requires signatures. Now the setup for the employer is simple. You don't even spend much more than a few minutes worrying about the setup. We set up the system for you. You receive free training with eCentral support team, and they have ongoing weekly webinars plus tech support that can help you whenever you need it. And we'll even add your company's branding to the system, so when your employees log in, they see your branding. This, of course, helps you gain visibility over your employees by showing you where they're at in the enrollment progress. You can access group information 24/7. You've actually got an employee directory within the system. So if you need to get a hold of somebody and it's after hours, you'll be able to do that as well. This, of course, increases employee engagement. They're able to look at their plan options when they want to. The system will remind them automatically to complete their enrollment directly within the system without an employee having to do it. Each employee receives a unique login that only allows them to access their own information. So they can't see anybody else's, but they can definitely see all of theirs. And it allows them to go through and either enroll in a plan, add somebody, or put in a new address, that sort of thing, all on their own. And they can reference this information year-round. So if they enroll in January, when July comes around, they're not calling and asking HR or ownership details on their plan. They've actually got it right there in front of them. And again, all documents can be electronically signed right there on their phone. We're going to skip ahead on the video demo to try to compress the length of this quick intro. So hiring and onboarding is something that's very important to companies. It's your first chance to make a first impression with a new hire. And this allows you to essentially show them what your company is all about in the first few minutes that they start with your company. And by giving your employees a flawless first day, the system allows the employee to spend very little time doing mundane, routine tasks, such as filling out W-4 and I-9 forms. The online onboarding saves you time. It eliminates the paper forms. It, again, minimizes the errors and corrections, and it creates enhanced digital employee files because you get a copy of it once it's completed. They can fill out direct deposit information right on their phone or through online enrollment. It distributes onboarding documents for employees to review. This could be things like an employee handbook or maybe a training manual that you want them to sign saying that they got it. This would automatically distribute those onboarding documents to the employee, and they can go through and sign it right within the system. And of course, that gives you a permanent record that they got the company handbook or the employee handbook or the training manual. So if something happens later, you've got proof that they did have it. You can even create and send custom documents like offer letters to applicants. So we have firms that like to send this out when they want to hire somebody or they want to offer someone a job. In order to help stand out from another competing firm, they send them a custom offer within the system itself. So it can contain all the details of the salary, the benefits, etc., without them having to send it in any other form. Of course, this helps you connect with your employees. You can welcome new hires with a customizable message when they log in for the first time, something like, we can't wait for you to impress us here, or whatever you would want it to say. You can prompt new employees to start the onboarding and benefit selection process as soon as they accept your offer of employment. Okay, so as soon as they accept the offer, they can start filling in the information, which of course helps speed up their first day on the job. None of it's spent wasting, filling out I-9 forms. You can access employee information with just a few clicks. So ownership can get emergency contacts or salary details in just a few moments within the system. And of course, this gets rid of duplicate data entry. When onboarding and benefits are in sync, your employees only have to enter their information once. eCentral will always recognize the information it already has, so you don't have to re-enter the same things again and again, which of course nobody likes doing. And the signature acknowledgments allow you to see who has reviewed specific company documents like the employee handbook, which helps you stay compliant, especially in the event that you have an employee that shows up dressed inappropriately or something. So this is a human resource management system to help manage your company's growth. And we're going to talk about some of the cool features there, including time off tracking. You can set up custom time off policies. Employees can log in and request time off on the web or on the mobile app. Employees can see how much vacation they have left and see their upcoming requests on a calendar. Managers receive a notification for requests and can approve them online. Or a manager can view their entire team's vacation schedule on a calendar to help make sure that they've got the appropriate staffing for what they need. This makes a lot of tasks very easy for managers as well. You can build and share performance review templates. So if you have, let's say, a sales division, you can have a specific performance review template for the sales division. You can conduct performance reviews with employees using the system. And one of my favorite features about this is the employee satisfaction and survey platform. This gives you the ability within the system to survey employees about anything from shirt size to benefits they'd like to see in the future, from anything you could think of. So you can measure if you're a member of the Human Resource Society and you want to make sure that your employees are engaged or they feel the company is going in the right way. You can ask them, hey, do you feel we're headed in the right direction? Do you feel supported? Do you feel whatever you want to ask them? And this helps make sure that your employees know that you do value their feedback, and it helps get them to not only respond to it, but feel more engaged at the office. And company stats that you might want to monitor can be seen in just a quick snapshot. So you can pull this up to see existing data to generate for things like if you've got a lot of new hires, are they filling out the paperwork? Have they enrolled? Do you have a high turnover rate? Are you growing from last year? Are you shrinking from last year? All of these stats can be generated quickly and with just a few clicks. The mobile app, I've talked about it a couple times here already, but you can download the app. Employees can securely access plan information. They log in through their own login. They can review and request time off, plan ahead with the calendar view, and of course connect with coworkers throughout their company by using the company directory. Now, this next part here is about the Affordable Care Act. We've had a couple people say that they're not sure if it's going to stay or if it's not. It's still the law of the land, so we want to make sure that you stay compliant while it is the law of the land. And our system helps you do that. It helps you avoid penalties and fees with the easy-to-use ACA module. It keeps track and measures variable hour employees. It calculates affordability, the measure of whether or not it's affordable for an employee to purchase the health plan through the company, and it delivers the required notifications. The biggest feature probably for the HR department is it manages federal deadlines for ACA reporting, and it helps you access signature-ready IRS forms. So as long as the information has been put in appropriately, you've got signature-ready IRS forms. It integrates perfectly with Payroll, which is fantastic because it allows you to not have to make multiple changes in multiple places. So if an employee needs to make a change, gets a raise, gets demoted, or has a child, they make changes in one place, and an employee that enrolls in a plan or adds a dependent, the changes automatically flow through to Payroll. It cuts out all the extra wasted work just doing redundant paperwork or updating payroll about something, a new address, etc. And you can add new employees or remove terminated ones and make changes to payroll from the eCentral dashboard. So it's one dashboard, and it integrates currently with dozens, but the most popular are ADP Workforce, Paylocity, and Trax Payroll. And of course, all this data allows you to tailor benefits for your company. So it's easy to give your employees benefit choices when you can survey them on what they want, see which employees enrolled in what. And of course, we have a marketplace of HR tools to help you and your employees become more productive, to help make sure that your employee engagement is as optimized as possible for you and your company. And your information is very, very important to us. It's very important that you understand how highly we value your privacy and your security, your company's security. So eCentral requires users to always use two-factor authentication when logging in. That means that they have to not only log in, but they receive a code and have to punch that code in to make sure that nobody can fake who they are or can get temporary access to their login and then just log in through the system. We follow Cal data privacy regulations. It's HIPAA compliant. We're finishing SOC 2 Type 1. All data is encrypted with industry standard AES 128-bit encryption, both at rest and in transit. Any uploaded data is scanned for viruses and malicious programs to make sure that we don't have anything being distributed from one person to the next. And eCentral monitors for risks regularly through vulnerability and penetration testing. They're constantly testing their own systems to see if there's any way to get into it. And of course, if they find anything, they go through and fix it to make sure that nobody else could. And these routine audits are done to ensure that they're keeping up-to-date best practices. By routinely monitoring themselves, by making sure that they're trying to hack themselves, it helps make sure that your information is secure as possible. The servers themselves reside in industry-leading cloud service provider AWS, which is Amazon. The data is hosted in multiple regions for high availability and disaster recovery purposes. Servers are located in a virtual private cloud. And all of this is done to make sure that your data is kept in as reliable a backup solution as possible. And then, of course, when it comes to eCentral's personal policies, they make sure that their employees with access to the platform all are required to pass a background check before they're hired, and their employees also complete monthly security training and procedures testings to make sure that they're not in violation of any policies or procedures, to make sure that they're making their security as secure as possible, monitoring their systems for any vulnerabilities and making sure that their reliability is optimized. And if this is something that you'd like to get implemented for your company, you want to have a one-stop tech platform that incorporates human resources and incorporates your payroll, benefit enrollment, employee tracking, payroll, time off tracking, helps keep you ACA compliant. If you would like to get this for your business, it is offered at no cost to our group health clients. So as long as we manage your group health, your group dental, group vision, so on and so forth, for the company, we actually provide this to you to use at no cost to the employer and no cost to the employees. We would love to integrate this with your company. If you currently offer benefits and would like to transfer them over to us, it's a simple one-page form that is signed for most benefits, and we can take over and get this set up for your company. If you're looking to offer benefits for the first time, we can definitely do that as well and offer this program to you. Go ahead and reach out to us, and we'd love to talk to you about the options available to you. And thank you